Dragon X here with a brand new video. Today I'll be showing you my Masked Heroes deck from Yu-Gi-Oh! First I'll show you the cards and then I'll show you how many I use in deck and my extra deck and the spells and trap cards that are in this, my first deck. So now I'll show you the first cards. This is Honest. It's a very nice card and artwork for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. The effects haven't changed since they brought this card out, neither has the artwork, but now I'll show you another card. This is Masked Hero Bubble Man. He's a very nice card and everything, but if you remember watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and thinking it's from the Elemento Hero line, they use the same artwork for both, but this one's a Masked Hero. Now I'll show you another card. I do like how they've made this one a bit shinier and everything, the effects there, and I do like the artwork for this card. Say it's shiny and everything. But now I'll show you another card. This is one of my favourite cards to play in Yu-Gi-Oh! In this deck, because when he attacks, he can bounce, his effect states he can bounce one card back to your hand, and this goes back to your hand as well. I do like the artwork for this card. It's never changed since it first debuted and everything. It's a nice card to have in your deck. Now I'll show you another card. This is Masked Hero Shadow Mist. It's one of my favourite cards in my whole deck of Yu-Gi-Oh! For this deck anyway. And it shines. With the Masked Hero line, they use things called Mass Change in this deck as well. It's a very nice card. It does have a good effect. When this card gets destroyed or put into grave, the effect states you search in your deck for another Masked Hero. Here's another Masked Hero. I do like the artwork. This one hasn't changed over the years and everything. And now I'll show you another card. Here's another card. I do like the artwork for this Masked Hero. And now I will show you another card. This is like a second favourite card from my deck, including the effect and everything. The effect states this will boost by 200 for every Masked Hero on the field, including himself. It's a very nice card and everything, but now I'll show you another card. Here's another card, Kuriboh Bandit. I use him, but he is a nice card to have in deck as well. He's a shiny, just to show the shininess of him. But now I'll show you another card. This is another card what I use in deck. The effect states when played, she automatically turns into defense mode and you must get rid of a spell card. Then you can special something else. It's very good with Shadow Mist. The other effect for Shadow Mist is when special summoned, search for a Mass Change. It's a very nice card to have in deck as well. But now I'll show you another card. Here's one of my favourite cards in deck. It's been in every iteration of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards since the new one this one came out. It is one of my favourite. One light, one dark, and he can be special summoned. His effects are, he attacks, if he destroys a monster in battle, he can attack. He can attack twice. And he can banish stuff as well. But now I'll show you the spells what I use in this deck. This is Mass Charge. This means when I play this, I get to search in my grave one hero and one mass change, and able to put them back into my hand. But now I'll show you another card. As you all know, people have seen this card over the years in some iterations of decks. It's a very nice card to have. Basically, it gives an extra 500 to any creature, but when that creature gets destroyed, the person who destroyed it, like your opponent, destroys it. They lose 500 life points. Now I'll show you another card. This is Moonshield. It's a very nice card to have for your creatures, because even just say they have a big strong monster, you play that and it goes 1000 higher for the stronger monster. So basically, if it's 300, 3000, this will boost up to 3001. It's always one higher, so the creature gets destroyed. And if your opponent attacks your creature, its effect will kick off as well. But now I'll show you another card. This is the Mass Change card. This will kick in for any Mass Change hero. You play this and you get to special summon a bigger masked hero. But now I'll show you another card. This is also in my deck. It's shiny as well. Show you the shine. I do like the artwork for these cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! For this, you pay 1000 life points for each creature you bring back onto the field. It's a nice card to have in everything, but now I will show you the next card. This is also one of my cards what I mostly use in most of my decks, being warrior types or hero types. This lets you play this, put any level 4 like warrior to hand. It's a very good card. It hasn't changed much since its first print, and I do like the card. But now I'll show you another card. This is Dark Hole. It is just very basic. You play it and it destroys all creatures on the field. It's only useful if you're getting overrun with monsters and you can't play anything. It's a nice card to have in deck, but it hasn't changed much since its inception, since it first came out. I can't remember when it first came out, but I remember it being in most of the original decks. And it is a shiny. Just show you some of the shininess. I do like this card. I do like these cards and everything, the shiny ones. But now I'll show you a next card. This is Mass Change 2. It's sort of the same to Mass Change 1, but you have to ditch a card first. So it could be a light monster turned to a dark monster and things, vice versa. Actually, it has to be a non-masked hero. What I'm on about dark and light, that's for Mass Change 1. But this one, when you play it, you ditch a card and you can automatically Mass Change if you don't have a masked hero in deck. But now I'll show you a next card. This is another card what I use in deck. It's a very good card for masked heroes and things. Halves your life points, special summon a masked hero from deck to the field. It's a very nice card, but now I'll show you the next artwork. This is E-Emergency. It's for masked heroes and everything. It's used for hero cards and I can special summon. Now I will show you, should I say, when I play this card, what I look from deck, goes to hand. Sorry about that, but now I'll show you the next card. This is MST. It destroys a trap card or a spell card or a field card. It's very basic. It hasn't changed over the years, but now I'll show you some traps. Here's the first trap card. You play them face down and they activate. But this first one I'm showing you is very good. When somebody plays a monster or special summons, you play it and it bounces it back to hand or back to the extra deck. It is a nice card to use, but now I'll show you another card. This is called Haunted. It basically is normal with all trap cards. They're played face down, and it lets you special summon from the grave, and this stays on the field until it gets destroyed and stuff. It's a very nice card. It hasn't changed since its first print. It probably has, but there's been tons of cards. But now I'll show you another card. Now I'll show you this one. It's one of my favourites. Card Destruction Virus. I'm probably mispronouncing, but if I am, I'm sorry. It's a very good card to use. You just get rid of something with like 1,000, a dark monster with 1,000 or less, you sacrifice it goes to grave. Then this ability kicks in. All creatures on the field, your opponent's field, with 1,500 or more get destroyed on the field and from hand. But I should say this is the new print, and they have a choice of throwing some into grave from deck. It's a very nice card. I wish they didn't reprint it, but it is. I'm glad they reprinted it because it's a very nice card and everything. I know the artwork's changed for it, but this one's a shiny. But now I'll show you the next card. This one's Mirror Force. It's a very nice card. When you just say they have tons of monsters in attack mode, this flips up and goes and bounce their attack back at their creatures, destroying all their creatures. It's a very nice card to have in deck. But now I'll show you some other cards. This is Pot of Jairus. It's a very nice card to have. Basically, if there's 5 cards in your grave and you want them back into deck, you activate this card, 5 cards go back into your deck, and you shuffle your deck, then draw 1. It's a very nice card, and it is a shiny. I remember having this card in a sneak peek, and I really liked it, so I put it into this deck. But now I'll show you the next card. Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Very nice card to have in deck. You just play it face down. If you have no creatures, you activate it to stop a monster's attack and it's once for a turn. It's a very nice card, but now I'll show you the next. I do like this card and everything. This one's a bit like, instead of sending it back to your hand, it hits the grave. Basically, you wait till a monster with 15 or more gets played and you can activate it and send it to grave. But now I will show you the other cards in my extra deck. This is Dark Claw. It's a very nice card to have in this deck. When you special summon using a Mass Change or Mass Change 2, it could be a Dark or a, say I use Curry Bandit sometimes with Mass Change 2. I get to summon this guy out. His effects are when he hits the field, you have no grave and that. He's a very nice card to have. Having that in this deck. And if you, before you can normal draw, but if you search into deck and put a card into hand, his effect states I can take one card from your hand and put it to grave. But now I'll show you the next artwork. This is Dark Ship of Khorne. It needs 2 level 4s. When I detach, I can destroy a monster. I don't know how much I need to destroy a monster, but if I do so, they lose 1,000 life points. But now I'll show you the next card. This is Masked Hero Acid. When this hits the field, you know the back row, if you ever play Yu-Gi-Oh! Destroys all traps and spells on your back row. It's a very nice card and that. And it is a shiny. Now I'll go on to the next card. This is 101 Honor Arc. When you detach, it needs 2 level 4 monsters. When I detach both the Ethereal, I can put underneath any special summoned monsters, like anything. It's a very nice card. Now I'll show you the next card. This is Utopia. It's a very nice card. When played, it destroys destruction. Detach, it's 2 level 4s. When I detach one, it stops it from being destroyed. It's a very nice card. Everything is a shiny. Now I'll show you the next card. This one is Crazy Box. I need 2 level 4s to summon it. When I detach, I roll the dice from 1 to 6, and it does have some brilliant abilities what can harm you and your opponent. It's a very nice card. But now I'll go on to the next one. I barely summoned this one, but it is nice to have in deck. I need 3 level 4s to summon him. He is a nice card to have in deck if I ever use him properly, but as I say, I'm just keeping him here as a placeholder for something else. But now I'll go on to the next card. This is Masked Hero Anki. He is a very nice card to have in deck. He's summoned the same way as Dark Law. Mask Change 1 or a Mask Change 2. He is a nice card. Now I'll move on to the next card. Here's another Utopia card. As always, I need a Utopia and 2 level 4s. He is a nice card. But now I'll show you the next card. Masked Hero Koga. He works the same as Dark Claw with a Mask Change or Mask Change 2 and everything. And now I'll show you how many of these are running in deck and the other cards. These are the cards, how many I use. I use 1 of him, 1, 2 Bubble Man, 2 of him, 1 on it, Honest, 2 of these, 3 of Shadow Mist, 1 Curry Bandit, 1 of these, 1 of these, 2 of Mirror Force, 1 Compulse, 2 Call Haunted, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of Scrap Scarecrow. Now I'll show you how many I use spells and extra deck. I run 1 MST, 2 Mask Change 2s, 3 Emergency E's, 2 Mask Charges, 3 Mask Changes, 1 Pendant, 1 Moon Shield, 1 Honor Arc, 1 Dark Hole, 3 Koga, Masked Hero Koga, 1 Dark Sheppercorn, another Utopia card, but I only run one card for this version. 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 Utopia, 1 Masked Hero Acid, 3 Dark Claw, 1 Crazy Box, 2 Anki, one of those, and one of those. And now I'm going to sign off. Dragon X signing off. If you do like videos like this, please leave your comments down below. Please subscribe for more. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Dragon X signing off. See you later. Bye.